Hey everyone, it's Amanda from the San Diego Lifestyle, and I'm here today with Nick Apostolopoulos, and he is part of this incredible brand. So I'll let him tell you a little bit about this. What is here in front of us?
So these are our infusions, actually. When we first started the brand, the plan was always to kind of do infused vodkas.
Okay.
To try and make everything, more tied into San Diego. We wanted to do real infusions instead of fake flavors like, butterscotch and whipped cream and all those crazy ones you see. And so the idea is to do the infusions with real ingredients found around San Diego County. So like these peppers are grown in Fallbrook.
Wow.
The coffee's roasted by Bird Rock Coffee Roasters. These rose petals from Ramona, things like that. So try and use local farms and local ingredients to make our products.
That's awesome. So this is 619 vodka, right? Just
Correct.
strictly vodka.
We are strictly vodka right now, yeah.
Okay, cool. And then how did this all get started? And what is the 619? What is...
So the 619 obviously is San Diego's area code.
Okay.
It was my crazy idea to do something that, was very San Diego, but that was a little more oblique than just calling it San Diego vodka. Yeah, so and I thought it'd be nice and catchy too, easy to remember.
Yeah.
And so that was the idea. We started this, probably in 2012 was when we launched the brand initially.
Okay.
And then we started with plain vodka because that was easy to get out the door. And it's kind of funny because we planned to do these infusions all along, but the hardest part was getting the approval from the federal government to do them.
Sure.
A lot of people don't know, but when you buy alcohol, every label and all the ingredients and formulas inside have to go through federal approval. And it's kind of weird because you would think that if you're just trying to use fresh ingredients that it would be really easy, but it's actually way harder.
Really?
If I wanted to use cucumber flavoring for my vodka, it would have been super easy.
Really?
You just tell them who you're buying it from, and because all these flavor houses, all the stuff was already FDA approved and all that.
Right.
But when we went to try and do, for example, the cucumber vodka, we literally got a letter back from the federal government saying we need all the food safety information for a cucumber.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, well, it's a cucumber. We buy it at the store, and it's food, right? But so it was really hard to get approval to put real food inside of vodka. It was kind of crazy that way.
Oh my gosh.
So these only launched last year.
Wow, that's awesome. So are these the only 4 that you have right now?
These are the 4 we have right now. The
Okay.
plan long term is to do more flavors, more variety of flavors. Like these are all kind of singular flavors, but like
Okay.
eventually I want to do, for example, like watermelon, mint, basil, something like that, more
Wow.
complex flavors. And to do seasonal flavors too, to do stuff we release, based on what's in season. I found a farm in Temecula that grows white strawberries.
Oh, wow.
That taste kind of like pineapple.
Oh.
So this year we're hoping to do those.
Okay.
And things like that. But this year's been kind of slow for us because we've been working on the new distillery. So
Yeah, so tell
that's
me
been
a little
kinda
bit about
crazy.
that.
So originally in California, the laws around distilleries were such that you could have a distillery, you could have people come look around, and they could come and do 6 quarter-ounce tastings, but that was it. They couldn't buy any bottles. They couldn't do anything like that.
Okay.
But luckily in 2015, the law changed, and it went into effect at the beginning of last year.
Nice.
And now there's a new craft distillery license in California. And if you're a craft distillery, you can still do those same tastings, and you can also sell up to 3 bottles per person per day. So now if you come in and you actually like it, you can buy it.
That's going to help a lot.
Yeah, so all the local distilleries are doing that now. Basically, all of them have switched to that new license type.
Okay. And have other states done that already? Like, did you
It
come
depends
into
on the
it knowing that was going to happen?
We were hoping it would happen, especially because California has the brewery scene.
Yeah.
And even the breweries, people think now it's kind of what it is, but even in the beginning, breweries had a lot of issues too. They couldn't just serve to the general public or sell growlers or things like that. Those all took time to fight with the laws.
Sure.
So we figured it would happen with the distilleries. We just didn't know how long it would take. And honestly, a lot of us thought it would take a few more years. So
my gosh.
we're kind of excited that it happened.
Wow.
And then the other cool part too is that all of the current distilleries have already flipped over to this license. And with that, they can do the samplings and sell the bottles, but there's a separate part of the license that none of them can take advantage of yet, which is that if you serve food, then you can serve unlimited amounts of cocktails.
Oh, wow.
And so that's what we're doing in North Park, is we'll basically be the first distillery / tasting room restaurant in San Diego County.
That's exciting.
And so on top of that, the nice thing we can do is that because we all struggle with distribution and getting in, all the big brands have a lot of money and a lot of power. So we're all in various different places, but but the nice thing about what we'll be able to do is we'll be able to serve every local spirit made in Southern California.
Wow.
So if you're not a vodka fan, but you like whiskeys or gins, you can come try every gin made in Southern California, or all the rums or whiskeys or whatever you want.
Wow. So just local then, not
just local,
not
yeah.
the big names.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, originally I was thinking
cool.
just San Diego, but we'll probably stretch out. So there's a couple of distilleries in like Temecula and some opening up in LA, Orange County. But yeah, basically we're going to stick with the craft brands. If you're a big brand, you won't find it at our spot.
So if you love the local scene though, that's going to be the place to go.
Yeah,
that's going to be amazing. And then you'll have food as well.
Yeah, we'll have a full kitchen as well too.
So unlimited cocktails.
Yep, beer, wine. Yeah, we'll carry. And the other people don't realize this too, because the brewery scene is what gets all the love in Southern California. But there are a lot of local, small, urban wineries.
Yeah.
That just do stuff right in town. So we'll carry the wines and feature them, and we'll carry beers too for people who want that. But the spot we're opening in, there's probably 9 breweries within a mile of us. So
wow.
So the beer side's covered, but we can help cover the booze and the wine.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So which 4 flavors are these exactly?
So these first 4 we did. So the red bottle is a scorpion pepper vodka.
Wow.
It's super hot.
Okay.
The pepper is actually 8 times hotter than a habanero.
Oh my gosh.
And when we
what do you mix that with?
So that's the thing. That's the crazy part. Is this is actually our best seller because
oh my gosh.
I made it because I have friends who love Bloody Marys.
Okay.
And they like ever hotter and hotter Bloody Marys, and they were always pouring Tabasco and stuff in, and so it works great for that.
Wow.
But the funny part is we'd have people using it in fruit drinks, and there's a girl in Hillcrest that makes a cocktail with Nutella and chocolate.
Oh my gosh.
So it's like a spicy chocolate drink.
Wow.
People pour it in with mezcal to make smoky and hot all at the same time. So it's kind of our best seller, oddly, even though I expected it to be just for Bloody Marys and kind of a seasonal thing, but it's our best seller right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and then this is our coffee-infused vodka. Like I said, Bird Rock Coffee Roasters roasts that one for us, roast the coffee for us. And then we have a cucumber infusion, and this is infused with real rose petals.
Wow.
So it's kind of a love it or hate it flavor. It definitely tastes kind of like you're chewing on a rose petal flower. In Europe, they use rose water a lot in cooking and pastries and stuff. So that's where we got the idea from, and I grew up eating those kinds of pastries. So I like the flavor, but it's either love it or hate it. It's really flowery.
So what drinks do you make with that?
This one's a little tougher because, like I said, it is kind of flowery. We have people making martinis with it. Okay. I like mixing it with just lemonade sometimes. Just getting a little flowery lemonade.
All right.
That kind of stuff.
So is there anywhere else right now in San Diego that you can buy any of these vodkas?
You can buy us all over town. I mean, I like to tell people we're everywhere except the big places. So we're not in Vaughn's and Albertsons and Bevmo, but we're in a ton of the small liquor stores, a lot of the smaller restaurants, none of the big chains because they're the harder to get into.
Yeah.
But a lot of small restaurants and bars around town and small liquor stores, things like that.
All right. And then, so where is the ultimate goal? Where do you see this ultimately going?
Oh, gosh, who knows? I mean, I think the ultimate goal, like I said, for us, the thing I'm excited about most is now that we can do this restaurant concept in North Park, is that we can really play around with the infusions and do a lot cooler stuff. Like I said, the mixed flavors, the seasonal stuff. The nice part is, since we'll have that outlet where we can serve the cocktails, we can make small batches of different recipes and see what takes.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work great, we don't have to expend the money of trying to bottle it and see if we can get stores to carry it or restaurants to carry it, right? We can do sort of tests like that. And then hopefully, obviously, doing collaborations too, like with the different farms and and different ideas, and even working with there's a gal around the corner in North Park who grows it's basically lemony rosemary.
Wow.
And so we made some test samples with that, and that's really cool.
Awesome.
So that's kind of the idea with the brand is to really kind of reach out and see what different things we can do with the vodka. And like I said, for me it's about real fresh ingredients, not fake flavors and stuff like that. We've had people ask us for to do like a whipped cream flavor, and it's just not something I'm interested in.
So what happens if one of these gets extremely popular and then the farmers have a bad year or something like that?
That's a good question. I mean, that's kind of the
it's the excitement.
Well, I was going to say it's kind of what it's kind of what I want the brand to be about. Not that I want to run out of product, but the idea is we want to be able to do seasonal batches and use real ingredients. And so, for example, Chino's Farms over in Fairbanks Ranch. A couple of years ago, they grew a batch of orange watermelons.
Oh my God.
So I don't know if I didn't know this until very recently, but their watermelons aren't just red.
Oh.
So
I
there's
had no
actually
idea.
yellow. When I went to Thailand a few years ago, I found that there's yellow watermelon.
Oh my God.
And there's orange. So those are the
Okay.
3 colors. So we want to do a batch of orange watermelon vodka this summer. But that's the thing is, it's kind of like when breweries do. Like even with the coffee, right? The coffee's not going to be the same every time. It's going to be depending on what beans we can get, when we can get them. So the idea for us is that it will be kind of unique and fresh, and if we run out, we run out, and if it comes back the next year, it comes back the next year, kind of thing.
Well, that's awesome. So at the end of the day, why should people in San Diego pick this over their other vodkas that they have to choose from?
I mean, 2 reasons. One, like I said, mainly to support local craft, and 2, because like I said, you're not going to get any fresher ingredients than we use. I mean, there are other companies out there that say their vodkas are infused, but they're using flavorings and colorings, and we just don't do any of that. And so the nice part is we get as fresh as you can with the. I mean, basically, we get asked a lot, "Hey, couldn't I just do this at home?" And you could, but. And that's the nice part is we're making something as fresh as you could make at home. The difference is we can do a little bit more variety as far as testing and mixing different flavors, and because we do them in bigger batches, we can get more consistency too, right? So if you try and do a watermelon mint at home, you might put too much mint in at one time and not enough the other time, and since we're doing them, we can kind of make it better across the batches.
Wow.
So
well, it sounds amazing. I've actually tasted one of these, and I can't even remember which one I tasted now, but it had to have been one of these 4.
Well, you'd remember if it was the spicy one.
Yeah, it was not that
that's
one.
pretty
I
darn
remember
hot.
that one.
Yeah.
Although my running group wants to have Bloody Marys after our 5K this weekend, so maybe this will be a good
there you go. It's perfect. We
have
we have a guy that's in Orange County that can't find it up there, and he drives down to San Diego
every
couple of weeks and buys 2 or 3 bottles to take home because he loves it.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Get hooked on it.
Yeah, totally.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for bringing it by and explaining a little bit about what you do. And I'm sure everybody in San Diego will be very excited about this new brand, 619. Do you have a website?
We do, 619vodka.com.
All right.
And if you go on there, you can check out, too, because like I said, so the tasting room in North Park will probably be opening hopefully right around the end of February.
Okay.
And then in a week or 2, we're going to be launching an Indiegogo campaign, too, to try and allow everyone to kind of be a part of it, too.
Yeah.
Like I said, we want to be a part of the community, so the idea is that people can invest and be part of it, and we're going to do classes on how to make your own infusions, offer people the ability to come in and even collaborate with us if they have ideas of something they want to see, so all that kind of stuff. So
and then what's the menu going to be like?
The menu is going to be unique because we don't have anything set in stone yet.
Okay.
But what I'm trying to tell people is it's kind of just California cuisine.
Okay.
But it'll obviously be heavily influenced by what we do with the vodka. So we want to make like a vodka pasta sauce.
Yeah.
With the peppers, we're toying around with some ideas for some cool spicy dishes with the leftover peppers. Like I said, we're doing things like rose petals, so maybe some unique desserts that match with that. So it'll be sort of standard food, but with a flair of the things we're doing on the infusions.
Yeah.
So
I cannot wait to try.
Cool.
Well, I can't wait to come and see your distillery, and thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it was
Thank you
really
very much.
great.
Thanks.
Everybody, this is the amazing 619 Vodka, and I'm Amanda with the San Diego Lifestyle.